We have a saying around here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no brains, no headache.
Well, hello, boys.
What's up? What's up?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Episode 173 of No Brains, No Headache podcast starts right about now. My name is Jordan Weichel. I'll be your host today. Happy to be here. Damn glad to meet you. Thank you so much for listening to this mindlessly entertaining show that myself and my co-host, Matt Cleary, longtime friend, confidant, we call him Ongo. We keep pumping out these episodes. So happy to be here. Thank you for joining us. Matt, it's good to see you on this fine day of recording. How the heck are you?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's fall, so it's kind of setting into my season.
Sad boy season?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's so fun.
We decided to go out over the weekend. Been known to do that. We had a little special occasion. Went out with the fellas, and yeah, Matt, the sobriety challenge has reset my drunkenness. I feel like a 12-year-old again, getting drunk for the first time in a while. I'm not quite obnoxious, but I think we'll get there.
I was in a weird spot. Like, I had a lot for dinner, like 2 different types of chilies, so I was trying not to shit my pants all night. And I, like, straight up, like, could not, like, drink.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
I mean, I did drink, but I, like, couldn't really get drunk. So I probably had, like, 12 drinks.
Sometimes it's difficult to get to where you want to go, and you just got to persevere and try your best.
And then you get put into, like, I'm not one for bar hopping.
And that is exactly what we did. It was the tour of drinks.
We like, did the tour de Bismarck of getting booze. But I want to, like, ask you, would you rather go to one bar all night or, like, bar hop?
I think I am more of the bar hopping type. I just get restless almost. I'm a socializer at heart, so it's always like, I constantly want to see and stimulate the mind and see new people. So bar hopping feeds right into that. It all depends on the night, though, and what bar you're talking about, what's going on, If there's like a game to watch or something like that, I would prefer just, staying at one place. But overall, I didn't mind the bar hopping. It was good to show some people around who haven't really been to the area much.
Yeah, I found out that I'm, like, getting kind of old for it because I don't really know anyone, or people are older than me. I'm kind of in that sweet spot of, like, I don't, like, you're out with your friends and you're 35, or you're, like, in college.
21, making out with somebody on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. You can always spot the youngins. I was at actually one of the bars we went to over the weekend. I was there a while back, waiting for a drink, and so one of the young ladies next to me orders a tequila shot, and then the bartender said, "Well, what kind of tequila?" Trying to upsell herself, and she's like, Jose Cuervo." It's like, no, you were gonna get that regardless.
Yeah,
they meant anything else that you wanted, as far as the tequila is concerned. But it's funny you mention the double chili. That's a pretty bold move, going out to the bars on a Saturday night, because before we went out, I carb loaded. I ate some shrimp scampi, a lot of pasta, a lot of shrimp, right before a hefty dose of drinks. So you know how, like, during my sobriety challenge, I was eating a lot. That hasn't changed. Still eating a ton. Now I'm just drinking on top of it. Had about 15 drinks to wash it down. And then the funny part is, at the end of the night, I went home and I munched out for a while.
Yeah, I had to stay at my sister's house. I don't know if she'll hear this, but I ate all of her ice cream sandwiches she had in the fridge.
They were in the
freezer.
Okay, I was like, well, is it like the whip yogurts in the freezer, and except then the opposite?
And then her fridge kept beeping when I opened it, and then, like, I had a couple drinks, so I went to sleep, and it, like, beeped throughout the night. And I finally found the button to shut it off, and I'm pretty sure I shut off her fridge.
As long as it stopped beeping.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I was like, this thing is driving me insane.
I guess whatever works. But here we are, episode 173, No Brains, No Headache podcast. Matt and myself going back and forth, verbally harassing each other for the next 45 to 90 minutes. We'll see how it shakes out. Make sure you're subscribing, whichever platform you're listening on. If you want to watch it, hello to all of our YouTube viewers out there. Type No Brains, No Headache podcast into YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there. You can watch the podcast as well. You asked for it. We delivered. So, God damn it, go subscribe to YouTube. Matt is on a tight one.
I think people are starting because, I mean, it keeps going up. I don't know if that's just YouTube being easy. And when I say easy, I mean it's fucking impossible. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I see on the rundown here a lot of food, a lot of beer talk, a little bit of sports. So shall we jump into Cleary's comments, the segment where we banter about random things?
One thing I want to say, goodbye to Pedro. That's why we were out. Pedro Franco, who was at Comedy Night 5, said that he was moving to either Arizona or Florida, and I asked him which one he chose, and he's moving to Texas before he gets deported in May. So shout out Pedro. I know Cole, who does comedy with us, put out a message on Instagram that was like, it's not like, he said something, and I responded to him like, dude, he's moving, not dying. And he was like, oh, okay.
It's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Yeah, something gay like that. And I was like, oh, whatever. So we can get into Cleary's comments if you want to hit me with the sound clip.
Yeah, just give me one hot second here. I was looking up that gay post.
Okay. Let's party.
Dick Punch Rodeo of the week. I'm going to get right into it. I spent hours on Instagram muting stories. I don't like when I have notifications on things.
I hate them.
And, like, I can't have any notifications. And Instagram stories, like, I was constantly just, like, clicking through them as fast as I could. And I found out you can mute them. So, like, literally, I spent 3 days doing that. And it is freeing. Because if you see that I see your story, it means I actually give a shit. Because I was...
Compliment.
Yeah.
You're an Instagram model.
I was. I'm an Instagram bougie bitch.
Okay.
And... I just love it now. So it was like a Dick Punch Rodeo that I turned into not a Dick Punch Rodeo.
Well, that's fair. I had gotten to the muting of the stories a while back. I feel like I go in phases. It's almost like whatever music genre I'm listening to. It's like, am I muting right now? No, I'm not in my muting era, you could say.
It's like what I care about. Do I care about this person enough to actually care what they're doing at this moment in time?
Yeah, and it really always comes down to time management. The only notification I have on my phone is texts. Looks like that's the only thing that will notify me. But that's also led into habitual checking of the emails. I don't want to miss an email. It's like there's never anything good. Your Amazon package will arrive without you checking the email.
That's true. I mean, I'm like usually really good about checking my Gmail. And then I miss it for like a couple of weeks, and I go in and it's like 172 emails. And I'm like,
ooh, you don't want to you don't want to bury a hole. You don't want to bury yourself in a hole like that. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I also have been known to sign out of the social medias. I just need to be done, need to get away from it. I also recently had a cleanse of the photos and videos. Went through the phone, and I was like, okay, we need to figure it out. I appreciate it when I ask people to take pictures when there's, like 4 to 6 pictures to choose from. Have a little bit of an option, make sure everybody's looking, smiling, looking their best, dapper. But it just gets to be a lot when you have all these pictures and it's like, okay, which one was the best one? Ooh. I went on a deleting spree. I held no attachment whatsoever to these photos and videos.
So I'm pretty proud of this fact that I've had the same memory on my phone for over 10 years, and I only have 119 photos and 11 videos saved.
Who the hell are you, man? Isaac fucking Newton?
That's pretty good.
And I could probably purge a lot of it, but it's either like my niece being so cute or like something that I would need. That there's things. I have a picture of some sort of tennis courts from my mom in Florida.
There you go.
That's deleted.
Nice. Do a little tennis courts scouting in Florida. What more could you ask for?
Other Dick Punch Rodeo gambling this week. I did not do well on... I went and played blackjack Friday night. Put in $60. Played $15 a hand. Played 4 hands, and I was out of there.
Fantastic.
And then we went and played pig wheel. If you don't know what pig wheel is, it's just roulette with worse odds.
It's vertical roulette.
And
with worse odds.
I think I lost $160. Like pretty quick. We played for maybe like 45 minutes, an hour.
I wasn't paying attention to your stack of chips. I ended up cashing out up $27. So I'm pretty much retired, which is really nice. Great to have the $27 in my pocket just so I could blow them on drinks later in the evening, but the gambling wasn't the best to Matt this weekend, and that's what's going to happen. You got to bounce back every once in a while. I have a Dick Punch Rodeo of the week. Being an NDSU football fan, North Dakota State University Bison lose big to University of North Dakota. I will call them the Sioux. You can call them whatever you like.
I don't say this often, but they bone sawed them.
Yes. If you know the rivalry, NDSU, basically a JV football powerhouse. UND also a JV team, taking them down. And it was really exciting just to see finally the NDSU. Can I say cocksucker on this show?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, the cocksuckers from NDSU finally going down. It's been a couple decades since UND has defeated the team, so feels good. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, of course, I'm wearing my Kelly green today.
I think you got that from a thrift store in Wilton.
I get all of my best garments at a thrift store, and this is just one of many examples. So, Dick Punch Rodeo of the week, being an NDSU Bison fan, sucks to suck, roll Tide. Or whatever.
Roll turd.
Oh, thank you. So I was having a bad day the other day, and, things just weren't going my way. One thing after another seems to pile on like that. When you're not feeling great, the slightest thing that goes wrong, it just seems like one thing after another. Episodes and episodes ago, we talked about my anger issue and how I'm working on it.
What issue?
But I was having a bad day. I was aware of the situation, so I did what any lazy, non-competitive person would do, and I said, I give up, all right? I'm just going to call it a day. I was sitting in a parking lot and, just trying to keep my cool, and I look up, and I see on the horizon a Taco Bell, and I'm like, okay, this is a sign that my happiness is a half parking lot away. So I, drove over to the Taco Bell and got myself some food. I went with a Crunchwrap Supreme, crunchy taco bit, La Baja Blast. Delicious. First time I have had Taco Bell in honestly years. Matt, when's the last time you ate at that place?
It's probably been over a year, if I'm being honest. Like, if I go out fast food, it's usually like classic McDonald's, Burger King.
And here's the thing, in my estimate, in my opinion, we're food critics here. A lot of places that made the boycott list. But Taco Bell hasn't done anything wrong. I just simply don't go there very often.
Taco Bell is one of those places that is so good that it makes you shit your pants like every time, and you still go back.
I was trying to avoid the toilet talk. I knew that was going to be impossible with bringing up Taco Bell, but
Taco Yell.
Nice. Let's just put all of everything after eating Taco Bell aside. How delicious is the food? It still slaps. It's delicious every time.
Do you remember when we were in high school when the Crunchwrap Supreme was 88 cents for like a month?
Trying to tell me inflation isn't real. Those kind of prices kind of say otherwise.
Well, it came out because Chris Porter does this comedy bit about it. It came out that like Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme meat is only 40% meat. And they took out a huge ad in USA Today and said, fuck you, it's 80% meat. And you're like, well, or it was like 88% meat, so they gave them for 88 cents. And it limit 2, but it was a perfect lunch because you could just go get 2 Crunchwrap Supremes.
Nice.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. I have noticed I am a crunchy taco, a hard shell taco guy. I used to be on the soft side. And then I had to take a long, hard look in the mirror one day and I said, hey, do we want to be soft or do we want to be hard? I choose hard all day.
I thought about this. Why do they not make, and I don't know if this will be good or not, but hard tacos that are breakfast tacos?
Yeah, it seems like they're only in the breakfast industry, if you will.
Yeah, it's
always soft shell. It's always the flour tortillas. Always soft, never hard in the morning.
Also, if you like corn tortillas more than flour, serial killer.
Yeah,
right to jail.
You know, we're hurting for listeners, but you can unsubscribe out of respect for this show.
I
Yeah,
would appreciate it if you did it. Actually,
classic case of having a bad day. Look over, Taco Bell was there, and it really reset my system in more than one way. Mentally felt better. Physically, there's room for improvement. But I was okay with that because I got the fulfillment of eating a Crunchwrap Supreme, hard shell taco, cheesy gordita crunch would have really just set me over the top.
I will say, if Taco John's didn't have potato olays,
Yeah.
they would be out of business.
Yeah, and it's always a gamble with Taco John's, TJ's, whatever you want to call it. It's like, what kind of oil do we have today? Is it old oil or is it fresh oil? You can always tell.
Yeah, we're going to open 6 hours late today because no one showed up for their shift.
It's tough. It's a hard knock life. I'm usually anti-corporate America, Taco Bell being the top of the chain, absolute powerhouse in the taco game. But I said, you know what? I'm going to put my prejudice aside, and I'm going to have some tacos. Made me feel way better. Moral of the story, when you're debating, should I do it? Should I just do it? You're going to feel better. Okay, life's short. Eat a taco.
I'm definitely going to Taco John's or Taco Bell tomorrow. Probably Taco Bell. Maybe hit Taco John's on the way home, get some olays.
Well, let me know. I'll meet you there, man. I can show you the one I went to after I cried in the parking lot. Nothing like a parking lot cry. Sometimes you just got to let it out.
I feel like there needs to be like an amusement park for adults that's equivalent to Hot Rod's like forest dance scene where you can just like go fall down a hill for like 30 seconds. Then your life doesn't seem so bad because you're dealing with a buttload of injuries from falling down a hill.
Well, it's still your life. That doesn't really cure anything, but with that problem in relativity of the other problem of a broken arm, yeah, probably gonna choose a broken arm every time.
I went down this rabbit hole of backyard baseball people, like the original cast of it. I'm sending you a link right now if you want to look at it.
Okay.
By far, like creative wise, is maybe like not touched by anyone because they cover the diversity of this and just so many dynamite players.
Yeah, I was about to say they were doing diversity before it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They had a dude playing sports. Kenny Kawaguchi's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, dude, they were way ahead of their time. I'm seeing all sorts of colors on here, and that is good. Backyard baseball came out in like the early 2000s.
No, late 90s.
Late 90s, like I said. Doing diversity before it was on trend.
Ernie Steele's pants.
October 97, wow.
Yeah. They got Jorge Garcia, who's a nerd in Spanish. They got
Amir Khan
and his twin brother,
Ronnie Dobbs.
Ahmed Khan.
Oh, yeah, there's Ahmed.
Who I also think look kind of similar to the Boston bombing.
Vicky Kawaguchi, right next to Kimmy Ekman.
Dude, Pete Wheeler kind of looks like my oldest brother Joe, but he's not fast.
They weren't discriminating against heavy drug use because they had Tony Del Vecchio, who looks exactly like Elvis, which is really nice.
His sister Angela Delvecchio, AD, always on the mound for me, and she can crush the ball. Terrible hitter.
Gretchen Hasselhoff. I don't have anything to say. Ooh, they have twins, Ashley and Sydney Weber.
I feel like that was kind of a push. They're like, we need 2 more characters. We made 1. You know what? Make them a twin. They're going to be the exact same. No differences between them.
Got Keisha Phillips. I'm just saying.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, if this is backyard football, could play a little D-line.
She knows how to wield it.
Speaking of wheels, Pete Wheeler, and it's no surprise that he's the fastest person in the game.
Also an idiot.
Where's Pablo at?
Pablo, bottom right.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's
Pablo Sanchez is the original GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He was the best at everything. His little boilers just hanging out as he just hits dong shots. Then you got guys like Mikey Thomas, who's just an idiot and so slow that it just makes me mad. One of my personal favorites, Marquis Dubois.
Yeah.
He is from Louisiana.
Yeah, they gave him a French last name, and he is a hick.
He brings a frog up to the plate with him.
It's a good distraction. Billie Jean Blackwood.
Oh, her pants are entirely too high.
And then, like, the names, like Ricky Johnson. Come on, is that really the best we can do?
I was going to say...
Why is he bald? This is a child.
Yeah.
He is completely bald.
Maybe cancer. Dmitry Petrovich, the Jew of the game.
We got Mikey Thomas. It looks as if his preferred breathing method would be through the mouth.
He is an idiot.
All right, Matt, Pablo Sanchez aside, who is your favorite character in this lineup here?
This might be controversial, but I'm going to say Angela Delvecchio. And it's based on her stats. She's always on the mound for me, and she can hit bombs. But if she doesn't hit a home run, no matter where it's at, she's getting thrown out at first.
That's fair. I'm also just realizing now the graphic we're looking at, it's the size chart. If you look, it's almost like a lineup in the cop shop. Billie Jean Blackwood is over 6 feet, but it's her ponytail. Are we really going to count that? Apparently, we're just padding the stats from an early age.
Her head is like a pineapple. Like her
is
hairline
elongated.
is and someone's got to do something about Ernie because his feet are no less than size 48.
Yeah, the dimensions on these kids is alarming. Look at Ricky Johnson's neck. And then look at his head.
It's like Mike Glennon and Scott Dome.
I would have to say that my favorite is probably my boy Pete Wheeler, and here's why. When playing backyard baseball, you hit him at 1 or 2 because you want speed on the bases.
You bunt no matter what he's getting on base.
And then say you're playing backyard football, we have the same cast of characters. Pete Wheeler, great running back. You don't have to spend your draft pick on getting, a high price running back like Bernie Sanders. You know what I mean? So, you didn't catch the Bernie part?
Yeah, I got that.
But speed kills in the backyard games. And that's why Pete Wheeler is probably my favorite. I also appreciate Ahmed Khan for not taking off his headphones ever. He says, I'm going to do what I want. I'm independent.
Ahmed Khan invented wireless headphones. I don't see a wire on those bad boys.
Like I almost watched the movie Hardball earlier. It reminds me of that. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air.
Are you guys the Cucumbas?
Yeah, bitch.
Dude, one of maybe the most underrated lines of any movie ever.
I love it. Seriously, I was debating some movies.
Can we not downplay the fact that Pete Wheeler's head is half of the size of his body?
Yeah, but he's aerodynamic and he's fast as hell. Speed kills, and if you want to win in backyard games, okay, this is the backyard basketball size chart. That's why they have the height. If you want to win in these backyard games, you get Pete Wheeler and Pablo Sanchez, of course.
Although they got to be all inclusive, so they're going to put Kenny in, and he actually has like
How do I go about playing these games? I want to play. I want to play backyard baseball. I want to play backyard football.
Oh, I have it on my computer. It's awesome.
Yeah, I want to play. Do you have football?
You can get it.
I need football. Here's what you do: get a D lineman or D end, put them as running back. Cheat code.
It's so you can. I like the one where they sprinkle in MLB players, but I only like to have 3 on my team and then all the main cast. And usually I go Barry Bonds in left,
Ken Griffey
in center, and Sammy Sosa in right.
Wow.
I have like a full gamut of people. Usually I have Ernie Steele at first, and he drops a ball, and I'm just yelling at Ernie.
Well, when I played when I was younger, it was the year Javon Curse. He was a DN for the Titans.
Oh, he was a monster.
He was a monster, so I drafted him, put him at running back. Unheard of. I was going to watch The Little Giants, and it was the classic when you're on Amazon Prime Video.
You get excited. And
you get excited, and it's like rent or buy. And I was just like, be cool. Be cool.
You just see your fucking TV fly out the window.
It almost happened. Little Giants. I mean, it's football season. You know, it's fall time. It's great. Right now, you're in the sweet spot of you could watch a baseball movie because we're almost to the World Series right now, day of recording, and you can also fire up a football movie because we are balls deep in football season.
I'll say that I was going to offer you this question. I'm so out on baseball right now that would you rather watch? I know your answer, but Game 7 of the World Series or Thursday Night Football between the worst 2 teams in the league?
On TV, in person?
Yeah. On TV.
Game 7 of the World Series.
See, I think I'm watching the football game. I just don't care about baseball unless it involves the Cubs.
But really, Thursday Night Football is so bad.
Oh, it's terrible. Usually they have it's usually on like Amazon or like Nickelodeon or something.
But I was listening to Colin Cowherd the other day, and he did make a good point. It's like, quit getting so worked up over stuff you can't control. And it's like, all right, fine, I'll quit getting worked up about Thursday Night Football. I'm just saying, from a fantasy football perspective, and I'm terrible at it, not great. When like half your team is locked in, you don't know if the other guy is going to be ready to go by Sunday, and you end up benching them. It's just bad. It's just bad overall. But moving on, Matt.
Yep.
Lately, I've been getting a ton of spam emails or texts or phone calls. Half of them don't even make sense. So I was like, hey, this is John with KLM Lending. We're doing a 5% blah, blah, blah. What's a good email? And it's just like, wait, what are you offering me? I don't know what you're like. This is clearly spam. You didn't use any punctuation whatsoever. What are you offering me? And it just really confuses me. Like, at least lure me in a little bit. If we are going through the effort of finding Jordan Weichels' cell phone information, why don't we at least try to get him?
So I actually got one this week that was talking about, for whatever reason, I get a lot for like South Dakota or Minnesota politics for some whatever reason. And it's like, do you respect this person for doing this? And then I responded this week with their name and said, do they support BOFA? BOFFA in all caps, thinking they'd be like, what's BOFA? And I was going to say, BOFA these nuts in your mouth.
Nice.
They didn't respond.
They're going to say, fuck yourself. But, yeah.
I mean, either one. But I'm always texting back on any political ones because I will go in on it.
Yeah, you seem to be getting yourself into a lot of political ones, and it kind of just says a lot about what we are up to in our free time. And I'm getting a lot of business lending because I think it's all the credit cards I've signed up for. The credit card companies are just taking my information and selling it.
Oh, it's in their agreement that they can do that.
And then that's whatever. But what could these people say, Matt, that would actually get you to actually bite on an offer?
Honestly, like anything that would be like, we'll give you a commemorative like T-shirt or something for signing up. Then I just use my email that I don't check.
I was thinking like win a free hot dog. I would probably like, okay, what's this hot dog about? You have to give them my social security number, but if we're going to exchange it for a hot dog,
Yep. You know what?
I'm willing to make an
Do
exception.
we get condiments or what is it? Just plain hot dog?
Or win a jet ski. It's like, okay, now you had my curiosity. Now you have you had my cell phone number. Now you have my social security number.
Yeah. What do you want? Anything?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I hope a lot of people out there listening can agree. A lot of spam phone calls. Do you have the thing on your phone that says potential spam?
Yeah.
When a phone number's calling, it's like, and you got to realize we are putting a lot of trust into our phone screening abilities. Because if it says potential spam, I'm ignoring it and I'm blocking that call. In the event it actually isn't spam and it's like potential business, I am blocking potential business.
I'm boned.
Yeah. It's like, I've been trying to call you for the last 4 months and you always ignore my call and then it disconnects.
Yeah. That could have
It's
been
like,
anyone.
it could have been anybody, and it just shows their call history. It's just,
Your business phone is just that Sports Illustrated phone plugged into a home phone.
what does it take in modern day? Like, could we just go to a place like Best Buy, for example, perhaps even Walmart or Target, depending on how ugly you are? And could we walk in there and could I walk in and then walk out with a new phone line and a new phone?
Yeah.
Like, I just want a flip phone that's just like a generic, give me the area code, I guess, but I don't care what the number is.
It would be like you'd have to pay like, I think it's like $50 or $70 per month, and like you can't go on the internet.
I might get a burner.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
You just get new business cards every month because you're like, yep, ran out, gotta get a new number.
It would be a bit wild, but I just think that if they're going through the trouble of poaching my phone number from these credit card companies, why not actually try a little harder? Or there's been times where I answer the phone, and a little trick I learned is if you're not too sure about the number, answer the phone and put it up to your ear, but don't say anything for a couple of seconds. And I've been trained on this on the sales end, where they're constantly calling numbers, and then when they hook one up, you get like a little teardrop sound in your end. Turns out it's also in their end, where so you answer the phone, you put it up to your ear, wait a few seconds, and you hear bloop. Okay, that is a sales call coming in hot. At which point you can hang up and block the number.
If I don't get, like, if I say hello and I don't get an answer within a second, I'm hanging up.
Well, that has happened to me a few times where before I started the whole waiting trick, I would answer the phone. Hello, this is Jordan. Like, that's just how I answer my phone, because with all the different enterprises I am associated with, it's like, okay, I don't want to be like, hey, this is NBNH Turbo RES XYZBGH Services. How can I help you?
You're like Dwight Schrute when he's like, I'm looking for a room. You're like, Guten Tag. Welcome to Schrute Farms.
I just start speaking a different language altogether. But I don't say that, where I used to just be like, hello, this is Jordan. And then like nothing. And you're like, hello. And then you hear the bloop. And it's just like, okay. What kind of sales software do you have where it takes is a 6-second gap there? You're going to lose everybody.
It's because it costs maybe $2 more a month to pay for the one that's better. Because they're still getting people to bite on it.
I don't know. Spam, texts, emails, calls, whatever. They are on alert. Let's move on here and clear these comments.
So I've been drinking a couple beers today, and
Been known to do that on the day of recordings.
it got me thinking. There's this video that was making its round, and I always see it, and it's like a town in Texas, and they're mad that they can't drink while driving. And part of me gets where they're coming from, because it's like, I can't have a beer on my way home from work.
There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't play drunk.
No, actually, there is.
Which I get, because like you shouldn't be drinking while driving. But if I'm drinking a pop while driving, I'm not going to get as like as buzzed as drinking like caffeine.
Maybe now you'll agree. Drinking has its benefits.
I just said that. But like, I'm like, okay, yeah, while you're driving, way too much liability. That's a fine line. But people in the back seat, not the front seat, because that's distracting. People in the back seat, I feel like should be able to drink in cars.
I think, yeah, it should be fair game.
Because like, look at like buses, like those party buses, you can drink. Like, where do we draw the line? Like, if I just like maybe move my like seat back in my car, or like into my trunk more. Oh, I got like 3 feet of space there. Is that like technically a limo?
They should just make it, and maybe this is, and I'm just ill-informed, but they should just make it where there's a bit of a loophole on the government/law enforcement side, where it's like you as a passenger are allowed to drink, but you can't have any empty alcohol containers in your vehicle. So meaning
you got a litter.
Either you got a litter, which they'll bone you for, or meaning like, okay, you can have one casual drink. You can't finish it before you get there.
You got to eat the can.
There's options. There are all sorts of options here, but that could be a funny loophole on like the law end of things, where it's like, yeah, hey, you're a passenger, have that beer. But if it's gone and a cop pulls you over, there'll be an open container, like empty open container, I guess.
So if you have a sober driver and you're in the back seat and you're drinking a beer and you get pulled over and they give open container to the driver who's sober and maybe got pulled over for like his tabs being expired, which mine are no longer, if you're wondering.
Yeah, Matt's car is all good to go.
I'm
insured, registered for like a month before you have to redo it.
Dude, that was brutal. It's like, so we met in 2019. I'm like, you're telling me I haven't had insurance since 2019?
Says here in my notes, 2019.
And he goes, oh no, you paid for a year. And I was like, that's 2020. That's still awful. And he's like, yeah. Like, he's like trying to like not be a dick, but like at the same point, he's like, you might have a disability.
Matt, think of all the cost savings.
Oh, I didn't have to pay. I didn't have to back pay for it. And he's like,
not like registration where you have to back pay.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you don't want car insurance, you don't have to get it as long as you don't think you're going to get in a crash or think it comes out automatically, like my taxes, which I have to do soon.
Honestly, if you're listening right now and you think, hey, these guys are two fucking idiots who talk once a week, you would be correct in that statement. But our insurance policy is our name, No Brains, No Headache Podcast. If you don't like it, that's on you for listening to a show called No Brains, No Headache. But we do offer some pretty sound advice when it comes to registering and insuring your vehicle.
Go to your mall and go to Chance at Gate City Bank.
Okay, apparently we're just giving plugs to our insurance agents here. But yeah, you could talk to Matt or myself, and we'll give you that advice. I have like a weekly conversation with my insurance agent because it's like, when do I have to pay? I'm confused. Insurance companies send so much mail. It is ridiculous.
I got it set up for automatic payment now.
I don't know if that takes you away from the mail they're still going to send you.
I put your address on it, so that's nice.
Well, that's fine. My address is actually my parents' address, so joke's on you.
Yeah. Marlis and Mark are going to be pissed. I actually did just write this joke today about the lady that used to live at my house keeps accidentally sending packages here.
Really?
And
have we opened one of those? I feel like if there's a package here, I'm going to open it.
Oh, no. I guess it's a federal crime, but who gives a shit? I opened one of them, and it was like Tupperware. Tupperware? Okay.
Two P's.
And then I was like, oh, that's stupid. And then I was like, okay. And I contacted her. We'll call her Melissa. And I was like, hey, do you want this? And I like met her and gave it to her. She lives in a different town now, so it was really hard to do. And packages kept showing up.
And you're just like,
enough! I've gotten like 5 or 6 of them. And so I don't want to open them because that's a federal crime. So if she is listening, she can pick them up at the Bismarck dump.
Gator don't play no shit.
I threw them in the garbage.
I wouldn't. Honestly, if I get a package, I'm probably just going to open it and just keep whatever's inside. And if it's nothing of value to me, I'm also going to throw it out. Not my problem.
I look at it, see it's not mine, see who it is, right in the garbage. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I just keep my address as the same it's been since I was born. As long as any relative is living at that address, I'm going to keep it at that. People are like, yeah, why don't you write down your address? It's like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, are you going to stop by or send me something? Because if the answer is no, then I don't see any reason to put my address down here.
Yeah, I hate moving, but I don't know if I'm going to move for a while. But
how did we get on this? We started at road beers, and now we're talking about mail fraud.
Which I committed.
No
allegedly.
Brains, no headache. Having a great week here. I'm really enjoying this time here with Matt. I hope you are too. And if you are, make sure you subscribe on whichever platform you're listening on. Or, once again, for the third time this episode, thank you to our YouTube viewers. You guys are the real MVPs. Check it out on YouTube. All of my Cleary's comments this week are pretty much just random things that happen to me in my life, and I'm looking for deeper meaning. It's pretty much just how I approach my life. And let's see here. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So random people have been adding me on Facebook, and I'm not really sure like what to think of it. Like, part of me is just like, I don't want to be vain here. I really don't. But part of me is just like, wow, is my name actually getting out there in a positive light where they're like, oh, I went to his comedy show, or I don't know, we have mutual friends, or whatever the case may be, where they're like, oh, I want to be friends with this guy. I love this guy. Jordan's so cool. I want to be friends. It's like, is that what's happening? Or is this just a continuation of the spam just now in friend request form? I'm really confused, like, where to think of this.
I have that to a different level because the amount of booze I drink and I meet people and I don't remember them. And I get a Facebook request, and it's like...
I think that's just so weird, though. Like,
yeah.
I think the Facebook request...
I feel like you have to meet someone a second time.
Yes.
Maybe even a third to offer, like, be like, hey, let's be Facebook friends.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, Matt, was just like, there needs to be more to it. Or even if, like, say you have, like, a new job, a new gig, and, you know, your coworkers are cool or whatever... It's like, I want to, you know, let's like work together for like 4 months at least before we become Facebook official friends. Just because we're coworkers doesn't give you the green light to automatically be Facebook friends. I have turned a few away, actually, where I'm pretty sure they're spam. They are hookers from Florida trying to get my money.
I haven't done that, but I mean, those hookers are my friends. I mean,
it's their profile's so obvious. It's like they were born 4 days ago on Facebook.
Oh, really? You took your profile picture? It's like that's your only picture?
All of our mutual friends are the horniest dudes I know. This is an odd coincidence.
Does his name start with Joey?
Yes, actually. That's exactly who I was thinking of.
But
it keeps happening, though.
For whatever reason, in a moment of, I used to do this thing where I would get drunk and I would literally go through like people you know, and I'd just hit add friend. Gotten away from that, thank fuck. But there was this one guy today actually that I'm like, I think he was the son of someone I used to work with at the golf course.
Weird.
And posted, he's like, hey, my wife's a world traveler. She's in Baltimore, Maryland.
And you're just like,
I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.
I guess that's the world, but usually if I say I'm a world traveler, I'm going outside of the great United States.
Right to jail.
Yep.
Even Canada. Then you can like kind of joke like, hey, world traveler. World traveler to me means you might need to get a stamp on your passport.
Yeah, maybe. And if you're from the United States or just North America in general, let's get off the continent. Let's go to another continent.
Yeah. Oh, you went to Greece? World traveler.
I agree with that, Matt. I went to Italy once when I was a junior in high school for a school trip, and I'm so glad that I did it because A, it was fun. Got drunk 14 out of the 16 days, 2 travel days, carry the 0. I was drunk 100% of the time, but I now can say, like, yeah, I've been to Europe. I've technically been to Amsterdam. Was it just the airport? Yes. Did I highly debate leaving the trip and just going to the red light district? Also, yes.
I live here now.
Yeah. I bought a shot glass from the Amsterdam airport. Still my favorite shot glass to this day.
Honestly, I was thinking about that. Should I get into shot glass collecting?
I mean, you can be copying what I'm doing. I don't really do it much anymore. Matter of fact, they're all just piled in a box right now. But I have like 40 or 50 of them from all over the world. And when I was younger, if I had like a friend going on a trip, I was like, hey, will you grab me a shot glass? And it's like, it's just letters printed on glass. That's all it is. It's all from China.
You're talking.
I've technically been to China.
You know what? I'm out of it now. I don't want to do it. Mainly because I don't really like to travel all that much.
No.
So it's like, welcome to Jamestown, North Dakota. It's like everything that you've picked is within 90 minutes of you.
Just fun fact: don't go there on Sundays. Everything's closed. 4 hour wait at Applebee's. Let's see. Oh yeah. So my Facebook random friend requests. I accepted one of them. One in particular, that is. Then I got a direct message video from this, and it was a woman. So I was like, okay, what? This hooker is going above and beyond, and I might just pay her for the effort.
Just unbuttoning your pants. Here we go.
But the direct message video was stated how they are spreading the word of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Should I be concerned? Is this a sign where it's like, where, you know, you're praying one night and you're just like, please just give me a sign. Turns out it's just some homegirl on Facebook in my DMs.
You're talking to the wrong dude. I think Jesus was influential, but I think he was just kind of a magician. Basically as much as like, if like David Blaine was back then.
Yeah. Jesus Christ gave me a sign in the form of a DM from Jessica. Let's check out Jessica's profile, shall we? Ooh. Bio is a Bible quote. For behold, this life is the time for men to prepare to meet God.
Oh, I love...
Kind of sexist.
I love girls that have, like, Ephesians 4:13 in their bio, and it's like, dude, you were getting your back blown out in a fucking dive bar bathroom.
You were giving ski poles on the party bus last night. Puked in some dude's mouth. The pin post, blah, 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 I'm Jess. As a missionary, people call me Sister Perry. If you got a friend request from me, it's because I've come all the way from Utah to spread the word about Jesus Christ restored gospel. I love creating artwork, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about Jesus. Let's not. How about let's not talk about... I would actually meet up with you and sit down and have a long conversation. And the one thing I don't want to talk about is Jesus. Honestly, can we do that?
Honestly, I only have one question for you.
Yes.
Is she hot?
I knew you were going to ask that. And I guess I would say she is a... Hold on.
5.
Yeah. I mean, middle of the pack. Why don't you be a judge for yourself?
Oh,
you see okay?
Yeah. Just kind of, yep.
Mid pack.
Yeah. Definitely would bang her. Which doesn't say a lot for me, who is wearing a hat that is entirely too tight because my head's fucking huge.
All right, new rule. I'll say this now just to spice things up. If I get another friend request,
they can come on the podcast.
Yes, I will actually meet up with them and talk about Jesus for up to 1/2 hour. How does that sound?
That's worse than me betting if Duke doesn't win the national championship, I'll pierce my ears.
What can I say? I only talk to God when I need a favor. And that is our segue into Facebook Marketplace. Ready to get into it?
Yeah, I don't know.
We have a ton of stuff for those listeners out there who may be unfamiliar. And let's work backwards, Matt. If you're unfamiliar, Matt and I send each other screenshots of just the ridiculous things that we come across on Facebook. Mostly it's Facebook Marketplace listings, just ridiculous items for ridiculous prices with ridiculous descriptions. So working backwards, Matt sent one today.
Oh, God. So someone posts a picture of a car that got absolutely erased. Like, it was clearly parked on the side of the road with for sale signs on it. And it was like, someone hit my daughter's car this weekend. Also, this weekend, how do you not know your daughter's car just got fucking dump trucked?
Yeah, it's like Monday afternoon.
Yeah. And this car, and I sent it to Jordan, and I was like, do you think it sold? This thing got crushed.
Yeah, that is the best part. Right away you sent it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's kind of funny. And then you said that. So I zoom in, and yes, you can see very clearly on the driver's side, back door window, a for sale sign, which is very ironic. And I love how it's just like, quote for quote, this is, someone hit my daughter's car this weekend, Friday evening sometime, and did not report it. If you know who this was, please reach out. Police report has been filed, and we are checking all surrounding cameras. Okay.
What's the best case scenario?
Yeah. No, someone not going to figure out.
I mean, maybe like, someone that's car's fucked up.
At least they didn't post, okay, Facebook, work your magic. It's like, that, no, let's not work your... Yeah. You know what your magic is? Call Matt or I, insurance agents, and they're going to get you covered. You need insurance advice, you come to Matt and Jordan.
Yep. You know,
plain and simple.
It's because how I get it done.
So that is the first one. Bismarck's people reporting the news. What else do we have here? I don't understand this one with the fries. Can you explain it to me?
I feel like he's got to be fucking with this because he said, ordered crinkle cut fries from Arby's and had a small chunk of curly fries in my container.
Okay.
Who do I contact at corporate or the attorney general? It's like,
once again, reading and writing, not Matt's strong suit.
Honestly, the thing that made me mad about this, who orders crinkle cut fries from Arby's?
They have crinkle cut fries?
No one should order them.
Yeah, no, this guy
Their curly fries are...
Ooh, it's Tia. Thanks in advance. We got a thanks in advance. Drink. New drinking game. Drink every time we have a thanks in advance. Tia, our girl. We love her. I'm allergic to curly fries. This guy's fucking with us. I didn't really have...
Yeah, but he's fucking... But I'm like, who orders crinkle cut fries from Arby's, which is the thing?
I'm pretty sure people are now posting ridiculous things on Facebook just to get on the podcast. So,
but the fact is, this whole Facebook group, which is a lot of our content, is like half of it is dumb, but half of it is like, people are morons.
You blew it!
Moving on to our next one, we have the online garage sale. Really like this one. It is a t-shirt for sale for $25, and it's just right up Matt's alley. It says, "Get in, loser," in some very old-looking digital font. The picture is an oxen in front of a covered wagon as reference to the Oregon Trail. So it says, "Get in, loser," and underneath it says, "We're going to die of dysentery."
I mean, if I was... Okay, let's go through this in
$25. Sizes up to 3X. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Give me a 4X. Oregon Trail, if I was in real life and I did it, I'm dead immediately. There's no chance I make it. I might join a pack of like Indians that take us
They will
over.
not let you join, Matt. You will try to join, and what you will accomplish is death.
Yep, exactly.
You will die.
Not going to make it long.
I don't know if you know this, but they're very hostile towards pretty much anything.
A lot of people like
animals.
Me, I'm a likable guy.
You know, they didn't get along with many people or things. Sobriety, you know, just it wasn't in the cards. They said no, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a great Oregon Trail reference. I love it.
The next one, I think we have the mirror.
Yeah.
This is. I love when people do this. Another online garage sale. Description from Diana reads: round mirror, not sure about measurements. That could have been an easy fix. Brand new in box, only took out to take a picture. And the picture is of Diana's poor husband, who she made hold the thing up, and he's just covering his face. Not a bad cheeseburger locker, but still a cheeseburger locker.
No, the best is that they have a guinea pig in the background.
Oh, yeah. You can always just tell, like, yeah, I never want to visit this person's home.
The fact is, okay, if it's new in box, you can go online and just grab a picture of it.
Matt, can you zoom into the flooring on the backside there? They have 3 different types of flooring in a matter of 2 feet.
One of it looks like broken glass, too. Actually, it might be 4.
It looks like...
it's like...
Yeah, that is just concrete. Looks like sheet metal.
Even on the... Yeah, and then they have like a full-blown tree trying
They have like
to grow.
laminate. They have like marble flooring.
You know what? This
flooring.
mirror might... $50 is not going to get you enough. You can go steal more lumber out of...
Well, and a couple of things. Not sure about measurements. Do we not have a tape measure laying around?
Yeah,
Don't we have a ruler? Can you just get close to what the measurement is?
Put it on the ground and step it out.
I mean, first, it's
it's a circle. It's not hard. It's not like, oh, this is 8 by 12. I can tell you from looking at this, that is probably 24 inches.
I was going to say 2 feet or less.
Yep, that's 24 inches across. No, not hard.
Well, first, it's the spam calls and texts that have no sales acumen whatsoever. Now we have Diana, who can't even help herself and sell this round mirror.
Dude, scroll up if you can zoom in. They got mold coming out of their tits on that wall.
Oh my God. Dude, that's not mold. That is spider webs.
Oh my God.
No wonder why they didn't hang this thing up. They don't have any fucking room next to the Last Supper framed photo and the mold.
Live, laugh, love. Well, you're not going to live for long because you're going to die of black mold.
They also just have a plant on a stool. And you know that's like been there for 3 years.
Yeah, it's a fake plant we got from TJ Maxx.
Anytime your furniture is just a stool with a plant on it. Never great. Do we have more, Matt?
I think I have one more, and it's just a news article. This is from North Dakota, the most classic North Dakota thing. Someone's trying to collect 1,000 copies of the movie Wedding Crashers.
Oh, you missed one too, the new job one. With the ridiculous wage.
Oh, yeah. We can get back to that one.
Okay, sorry.
But someone's trying to get 1,000 copies of Wedding Crashers, and they started out because they found 25 copies for 25 cents each. So they're like, you know what I can do? Maybe I would say the only reason you should do this in your life is if you're trying to quit heroin.
And it's just like the most North Dakota quote ever. They're not doing us citizens any favors by making us look like decent human beings when the quote is, I found 25 copies that used a bit on 45th and asked how much it was. They said $0.25 a pop. I walked away with a pretty good amount there. What? And how slow is the news cycle right now? Is this what we are reporting on? If you want to look at a shitty DVD collection, come on over, my man. I have Wedding Crashers on DVD.
Dude, last year my mom gave me a DVD that's been in our basement since 2003 for a Christmas gift.
It's called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, Regift, Matt.
Last one.
But real quick, at least it's Wedding Crashers. I mean, absolutely fantastic film. So many good quotes from there.
You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you. What, a hot older woman made you feel her cans? Stop crying like a little girl. Why don't you try getting jacked off under the table in front of the whole damn family and have some real problems?
The finger in the ass is my favorite move.
That last one wasn't Wedding Crashers.
Nothing gets by you. Last one. Bismarck people reporting the news.
This one's the best.
Please follow it. It It's just no news is ever on there. It's just ridiculous shit. Someone is considering getting a new job, need to make around $40 an hour. Anyone hiring for that wage in town?
Did you go? Can you get back to the comments somehow?
There was one comment that was, and I saw it when it was 10 minutes old, so there was 11 answers already.
Let's see if I can find it really quick.
And someone's like, if you're a medical doctor, also, I don't know if you know this, but medical doctors make about $400 an hour.
Yeah, I know, and I said the same thing right when you sent it to me, but it was just like, what a ridiculous, like, especially looking for a job on Facebook, Bismarck people reporting the news.
$40 an hour is like 6 figures damn near.
That, I mean, yeah, and it's just a ridiculous way. Like, I'm sorry, but if you want to make $40 an hour, it's called fill out a fucking resume and an application and get a referral.
But a bunch of like people were like, "What's your resume?" It's like, okay, I don't know if this is vague of me, but there's a lot of different things you can do in life. So putting that, like, not even putting like, hey, I have a lot of banking experience. Hey, I have a CDL. Something, maybe even a little bit about it.
Dude, this whole page is so entertaining. I'm trying not to get sucked in.
Dude, it's so bad and so good at the same time.
Like, somebody was very concerned about the Auntie Anne's never being open and was wondering what's the whole point of it for being in the mall.
Yeah, because your dumbass son won't get a job there, so I can hammer down pretzels.
Or like they're like, delete if this isn't allowed. It's like, is it a picture of your cock? Because if not, just post it.
And no one deletes it. The admins on the page don't care. My burner is a member of Bismarck people reporting the news.
Yeah, I'm not able to find it here. I really wanted to get into what the comments were because some people just shit on it.
Oh, my favorite thing about the whole page is people say, no negative comments, please. And like the first one will be like, fuck you.
I feel like some very lonely
I'm glad your parents are dead. It's like, whoa, I was just asking if I can fish anywhere in town.
Dude, I just have a feeling there's some lonely people on here who just like need a friend. So they're like, I'm going to anonymously post on this.
I saw someone that like turned in a purse that someone left in a cart in Walmart.
And they're like, it only had $25 in it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? How do you know that?
It only had 25. Never mind. Didn't have any.
We almost missed this one, too.
Oh, yeah. We'll be quick about this because we're going a little long, but someone posted it, and you can read it because I don't have it up right now.
It is a box that looks like it has had better days. It looks like a box that got into a fight with a paper shredder. The caption reads, found this BB gun on 71st and 26th Street. Been run over, but looks fine. Show me proof of purchase and I'll meet you. I'm sure some kid will want it back.
I don't know if you know this about BB guns that come in boxes. They're not made very well.
I don't know. I got fucking wasted last night.
And if they get run over, it's not working.
Yeah, no, this has seen better days. And I love how they're like, show me proof of purchase. It's like, if you're going through the trouble of posting this on, and look at, they have a shotgun just in there right next to the driver's seat. I mean, I've done this before while hunting, but not, they're in town.
Yeah.
The location tells me they're in town.
If you're in town, don't have that. But like that BB gun, I think I looked it up. It's like $35.99.
Moral of the story is just leave the box there. And you're not going to get $40 an hour by putting your resume on Bismarck people reporting the news.
Honestly, if that person listens to this and they're getting $40 an hour.
Well, and that's what I said to Matt when he sent it to me. I was like, let me know where they apply because I will apply.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'll apply.
But that's Facebook Marketplace, thus ending that segment. We're through Cleary's comments, through the Marketplace. Let's finish up with mini helmet fantasy football. Matt, do we have an update on the NBNH fantasy team?
T. Higgins and Joe Burrow are single-handedly ruining our team.
Yeah, when you double up on a pair like that and it just doesn't go well, it's never great. But I did notice the Bengals are back to 3-3 after a little bit of a rocky start. So if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be happy.
Yeah, well, T. Higgins is a bitch and Joe Burrow's a Jew. So
we are on our 6th players-only meeting in 6 weeks.
Which is going to be tough because the Bengals are off next week. So we're going to have to make some changes.
But Mini Helmet Fantasy Football, how did we do last week? What was our record going in?
2-2.
Okay, Matt and I were tied up 2-2 with the game where we grab mini helmets from our Dr. Seuss looking hat. Whatever team you get is the roster you choose from. We'll take quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, score them at the end of the weekend. Makes for a pretty good time. A couple doozies. Matt, run us through last week.
You had Josh Allen at quarterback.
Who didn't do great.
Yeah, 17. My quarterback, on the other hand, Mac Jones, 6 points. Travis Etienne, 22. Mike Evans, 8. George Kittle, 1 for me. So I had 37 points, which if I do my looking back on it, is by far the worst we've ever had.
Which is wild because besides Mac Jones, we all knew that was going to be the low point. Kittle only having one and that's what Kittle does. He only has 1 point after a 3-catch, 3-touchdown performance. That's very disappointing. And then just want to go through mine real quick.
Yeah, Josh Allen, 17. Jerome Ford, 10. Jamar Chase, 14, which is terrible for him. And Darren Waller at 9. You had 50. So you didn't break any, you might have had the second.
That's an average week.
You had the, 4th least amount.
Well, Jordan pulls out the victory, 50-37. I go ahead 3-2.
I'm going to grab a beer.
Okay, Matt's grabbing a beer. Rules state that the winner of the prior week gets the first pick. Matt was nice enough to hook me up with this NFL depth chart link, so we don't have any doozies. 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, there was 2 Monday night games. We didn't account for one of them, and of course, Matt picked both those teams, and then I had a tight end on injured reserve. So, not our best work, but this is Mini Helmet Fantasy Football. This is a trademark of No Brains, No Headache. So, Matt is the creator and commissioner. My first pick, the New Orleans Saints. Now, that doesn't really leave me many options.
No, I think you got one option, and it's pretty decent.
Let's see. Is Alvin Kamara? Why this depth chart doesn't show Alvin Kamara? Was that accurate?
Did you refresh it?
I don't know. I'm just clicking the.
Oh yeah, it does not show him. I have no idea.
Clicking the singy. Is that who you're thinking, Matt? Was that Alvin Kamara? I'll take him. I guess. Yeah.
I hope he's hurt.
Is the Saints are just one of those teams right now? It's just I don't care. Matt, quit looking in there.
Oh, okay.
Also, CMC will not be picked. He plays Monday night against the Vikings. So
I got the Jaguars. I'm going to go with Evan Ingram.
From the Jaguars, huh? That's such a good pick because they're such a volatile team. One day they'll score 3 passing touchdowns. The next, Travis Etienne will have more. I was just going to pull up the games, the matchups for week 7 that we are picking for.
We got 6 teams on buys.
Jaguars and Saints, our first 2 picks, play on Thursday Night Football, which is funny.
Yeah, that's going to be a fucking barn burner.
It's going to be a real fuck fest. All right, my second pick here in Mini Helmet Fantasy Football. I always go deep. I always go way to the bottom.
Yeah, I was trying hooking my finger.
And I got the Cardinals. Jesus Christ.
Eek. Ooh, Hollywood?
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking.
Or my nuts, Zach Ertz.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so many pop-ups here. Okay, Cardinals play at Seahawks. Yeah, give me Marquise Brown. I mean, he's their only competent target, I feel. I could go with a Zach Ertz. Don't really know what the running back situation is. Doesn't matter. All I know is I wasn't taking Josh Dobbs.
Is it because he has alopecia?
Yes.
I got the Ravens, and go ahead and give me Lamar.
Nice pick. All right, I got QB and tight end left. As you
the
get
worst
going,
way to go.
Yeah, as you get going, the picks become more. Okay, so I got the Patriots here. I'm not gonna go with Mac Jones. Is my option Hunter Henry
or Mike Gillespie?
Just give me Hunter Henry, just because I knew who that was.
I don't even know. Yeah, they played 2.
I have the Saints, Cardinals, and Patriots.
Yeah,
they have a combined record of. Hold on.
I got the Chargers. Give me Keenan Allen.
The teams have a combined record of 5-16. It's not great.
Yeah. Panthers might lose on the bye week, so.
Okay, and my final pick, I am going to get the quarterback from the Denver Broncos. Oh, my sweet Jesus. Fumbled one there.
Which one did you fumble?
Can't tell you. Dolphins. I wish I would have gotten them.
Oh, the Colts.
Dude, this is
Jonathan Taylor.
This is a battle.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, yours is looking better. Go through them really quick.
Yeah. We'll run through quarterback battle is Russell Wilson versus Lamar Jackson, who I have. I'm going to switch back to just giving yours.
Kay.
Quarterback, Russell Wilson. Running back, Alvin Kamara. Wide receiver, Marquise Brown. Tight end, Hunter Henry.
If this was 2019...
You might have the best team ever.
Yeah.
I have Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Keenan Allen, Evan Ingram. If this is 2023, it's still not great.
Wait, you have Lamar, JT. You went with Keenan Allen. That's not bad. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say Lamar could beat me by himself. Keenan could beat me by himself.
Maybe Russell Wilson remembers how to football. That could help.
I don't know. I just hope Josh Dobbs throws to Marquise Brown every single play. That's Mini Helmet Fantasy Football. We're into Week 7 already. And this episode is going to be out for you guys to enjoy it. Matt, what can our listeners do to get more NBNH in their veins?
Yeah, if they want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, at NBNH Podcast, or just search No Brains, No Headache. We're the first one that comes up. We made sure of it. And you can leave us a review or follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Next up, episode 174.
This is a freestyle off the top of the dome. Here we go. And I do it again. I do it only once. Again. I do it only once. I go down that river slow to the place I shoot like Carmelo. I'm living my life and we go hard, floating on the river in a party barge. And I see you on a sea, dude. Your shirt was white and